Oh shit. Fuck's sake.
Yo. So you can see it's me, JD here, LIMITLESS. And I actually recorded a Q&A video before this, but I accidentally deleted it. So I actually exploded when that happened. So this is my second take on it. I'm not going to do it all in one. For each question, I'm going to record a separate video for it. But it's together because my iPhone actually won't upload it to, apparently it was like too long or something. So I'm not going to make that mistake again. So moving to the first question on Twitter. Let's start with Tiro Amazing. Do you think you can win the AUR Championship with all the help from the Tiro guys? Yeah, I think I have a pretty good chance. Yeah, if I don't have like an 8-second pit stops and keep consistent throughout the whole season, then I don't really see why not. And plus, if I got you holding up Matty G or Noble, which you will, then yeah, I think I've got a pretty decent chance. So it should be a pretty good season. And how comes you have a really long neck? It's not really that long, is it? And where did you get that chair from? Well, this chair was here when I moved into the student house. So, well, I'll try and take it home with me or buy another chair the same as well, because this is pretty much my sweat chair. So anyway, move on to the YouTube questions now that I got from everyone. Sorry, this is really bad. Right, I'll start from the very first question now. This is from Mr. Cool, minigame expert. And he says, Okay, first question from one Daniel. How old are you? I'm 21 years old. What's your favourite F1 circuit? My favourite F1 circuit's probably Spa or Silverstone in real life. I think them races always seem to have like the best, most action and action packed, and everyone's pretty close. So that's my favourite one. And what's your name? My name's James. My full name's James Doherty with without a C for some reason, because it's an Irish name, and they just like to have weird spellings when they do it. So, and moving on to the next question by Farge Kent. Also, as well, I'll try not to make this too long. Try and make it roughly about half an hour, something like that. So hopefully you enjoy it, and hopefully I'm not too awkward or bad at talking to the camera, because it's like the first time I've ever done this. So anyway, moving on to the next question by Farge Kane. What's my favourite food? My favourite food is pasta, or Italian, basically Italian food, like pizza, spaghetti, pasta, anything like that. Literally, I've just been Italian, Chinese, Indian. I'd always choose Italian. So. Favourite YouTubers, non-AOR. My favourite non-AOR YouTubers, I like watching a lot of Cool G. So I like watching Optic Nashot, Optic Scumpy, Optic Clayster, like people like that. Like those are the main people I watch on a regular basis, really. So yeah, that'd be the answer to that. And best all-round driver, Alonso, Vettel, or Hamilton. I'll probably say Hamilton overall, because he's just got that killer instinct, and just the way he drives, he seems to drive like how he does in like kart racing and stuff like that. He's just very, very like good racecraft, and the way he's always attacking the whole time, and even when he seems to not have like the best car, he seems to do. I know Alonso does that as well, but Hamilton just seems to be overall. He just seems to be a bit unlucky sometimes. So I'd say best all-round driver is definitely Hamilton. Next question by Joe Ellis. Are you ever going to use a wheel on F1 2013? And probably not on this game. Well, I've actually tried it before on this game, but it kind of broke. So no, I don't think I would do it. I'm just gonna stick to my pad for now because that's just what I'm used to. And maybe on that next game, or if I ever went on that PC or something, I'd use it then. But I don't really have to set up for it at the moment. And like for me, I need like a proper like rig or something to like have the full feel of it. I can't play that sitting up straight, so I don't think I'll ever be doing that. So next question from Milos. I'm really bad at pronouncing names, by the way. Milos, what was it? Ankiveski? Boobs or bums? Bums. Simple as that, because you have to work to get a nice bum, so boobs are just what girls are born naturally with, so definitely bums. And Stato300 says, favourite F1 game? My favourite F1 game will probably be, I don't know, I like this game, but in terms of the game I enjoyed the most, it's probably definitely the last game, because like some of the races I had in there with like Satiro Mine and other people as well, just the races in there were pretty intense, and tyre wear wasn't such a huge thing, so it was mainly down to actual just raw skill rather than just the pure strategy. So yeah, like I'd say probably the last game. But this game, I really like the handling model, I really like the brakes, I like traction's harder, but it's not too difficult. But it's just like, I don't know, it just gets boring and just doesn't seem to be as exciting as the last game. So yeah, F1 2012, if they didn't have the lag bubble on that last game, I think that'd be pretty awesome. But so yeah, that's my answer to that question. Let's see the next question. Do you like the sound from the same person, Stato300? Do you like the sound of this year's F1 cars? I hated it at first. Like at Melbourne, you could literally hear the crowd cheer over the engines. It was actually crazy, but I think it's starting to grow on me now as well. It's got a different sound. It's just like if you listen to something long enough or do something long enough, you seem to get used to it. So yeah, that sounds like, I think it's okay. It's obviously not like the roar of like last season with the V8s, but this season I think you can get used to it as well. And plus, like I've been to F1 races as well. I've been to about 3, and your ears literally explode like when you hear it, and it actually be quite nice to not hear it explode for once. But I guess it makes the atmosphere as well, and maybe the atmosphere may not be as good. But well, we looked at Bahrain last race, and look at that race. That was absolutely insane. So yeah, I'm not really too bothered about the sound now. That it'd be interesting next game, next F1 game, what it'll be like in there. Should be like a bit different experience, but yeah, I'm not really too fussed about it. I'm just gonna enjoy looking forward to the rest of the season. So yeah, cheers for that question. Next question from I Hate Cheese. If you were an F1 driver, who would you pick as your teammate? And I would choose probably Barrichello, because you just know he's always going to be a number 2, and you could just dominate him, walk all over him, and he's just got to hold people up for you. So that's what I would choose as a teammate. And in Season 8 of AOR, do you think you can take the championship? I think I've got quite a good chance. If things don't go hopefully if things go my way and don't have as much bad luck as I had last season. I didn't have a crazy amount, but when I had like bad luck, it cost me quite a bit in some cases, and if I cut out a few mistakes as well, then yeah, I think I've got like quite a decent chance. But obviously it's going to be insane to like try and win that championship, because you've got like Meiji, Noble, Tiro Martin, Tiro Rosberg, Tiro Maisie. You got loads of people like in there who can. There's more than like 8 people probably who can win a race. So if anyone can win a race or win a championship there, then I think they fully deserve it. So yeah, cheers for that question. Right, next question is from T3 Keepney. I think I said that right. I'm really sorry if I said it wrong. But would you rather piss out of a marble or shit out of a bowling ball? Really don't know how to answer that, so I'm just going to say piss out of a marble, because I wouldn't really want to shit out a bowling ball. I'll just rather do the first one. Next question from Don Jez. Which of the Mercedes drivers is more likely to win the championship? I'll probably say Well, yeah, I'll probably definitely say Hamilton. Just from what he did last race in Bahrain, I think he's just got the racecraft, and I think he's just got the determination to win the championship overall. I think so. Yeah, I think Rosberg is just not aggressive enough. Really, I just don't think he has that killer instinct that Hamilton has. Like from what Hamilton basically drives like he's in the go-kart pretty much. So yeah, I see Hamilton coming up on top overall on the long course of the season. And then XMAG, one of my mates from AOR. What was your favourite chair? It's this one I'm sitting in, obviously, because this is my sweat chair. So why would it be any other chair? Who got second in the championship in the AOR? Do you think God is to blame for your 8-second pit stops? Well, pretty much. If there is a God, then I think he pretty much hates me when it comes to AOR races, because I just love getting held up in the pits, or Toro Rosso mechanics just don't know how to change wheels or whatever. So I just don't even know what happens in pit stops sometimes. And who is your favourite character out of Toy Story? Well, it's definitely not Woody. Definitely not after that picture. So definitely not Woody. Probably Buzz Lightyear or someone like that. That's what I'd say. And then Clark Crown says Taki Inui or UGED, which I think they're past F1 drivers, and I literally have no idea who they are, and I think I've heard of ED, so I'm just gonna say UGED, the answer to that question, because he's the only one I've actually heard of. And Dolek135 says, who's your favourite Formula 1 driver? I'd say my favourite Formula 1 driver ever is probably Juan Pablo Montoya. I just love the way he drives and the aggressiveness and the racecraft he's got, and I love his personality, his attitude and stuff as well, and just the way he races generally. I think he's quite an unlucky driver as well, so yeah, Juan Pablo Montoya is probably my favourite ex-F1 driver. If I was to say now, it'd probably be Hulkenberg, because I just think he's very underrated and he deserves a chance in a good team. What is your goal for the same person? What is your goal for next AOR racing season? Obviously, it's to try and win it if I can. If I just get a lot of things going my way, I think I've got a good chance of being in a fight to win it. But yeah, just to keep getting podiums, keep getting good results, just to see what I get at the end of the season. Hopefully, I'll be Sweaty G, next May G, which is one of the main goals as well. So if I beat him, I think I'll be pretty happy. And then, how old are you? I'm 21 years old. And do you have Race 07? And I've never heard of that. Never heard of that game, so no, I don't have it. And then Latte One Sugar says, what improvements do you most want to see in the F1 2014 game by Cody's, other than fixing the lag? Improvements I want to see is just obviously the lag. Well, I just went straight into that when he said not do it, but obviously sidepod glitch is one. I think that needs to be dealt with straight away. And also want like a replay theatre, like what they do in Gran Turismo and Forza. I think if they implemented that into it, I think that'd be quite a good idea. Not only for league races, but also for incidents, and also just for making videos and stuff as well. It'd be quite cool to actually do it. I think as well they need a practice mode of some sort, because GP mode, when you especially for me for league racing and stuff, I like to sweat and practice quite a lot for them. So going in GP mode when your mates aren't online and other people to practice with, you have to go in Grand Prix mode and the AI cut you up. They're just being balanced pretty much, and it's just almost impossible to actually practice. So, and plus in custom GPs, you just have to load, you have to go back to the garage and stuff. So if they made a practice mode where you could go out on one set of tyres, or have an unlimited set of tyres in the session, unlimited amount of fuel, you could set the amount of fuel loads, you could turn to garage and then go on a flying lap straight away, and it's full simulation settings as well, so you can actually practice qualifying laps and race races with no AI needed at all, so it's just you by yourself. I think that'd be actually awesome. That would be so fun. I think it make quite a lot of people want to join more leagues and stuff as well. And I just think it'd be a really good like feature to have, because you don't understand how annoying it is when no one else is online or you're in GP mode and stuff. And plus you can test out other cars, like which other cars aren't equal and what other cars you could prefer and stuff like that, because it's quite hard when there's other people in lobbies and stuff as well. So yeah, I think you need that as well. And I also think you need that just other little other features, like not focus so much on like the career mode and scenario mode, like what was that? And you need that stuff like we could change your helmet colours and stuff. Maybe if it's not even create your own helmet, I know maybe that might be a bit difficult to do, but just maybe like on the design you could change like different colours of each layer. And on a PGR4 you could put different patterns. Like everyone has like the same patterns, but you could change different like colours of each pattern, like each specific layer on the pattern, and that'll make it cool. It'll make it everyone seems to have. There's always whenever you have a group of people like in the league race at 16 people, about 5 of them have the same helmets. So it'd be quite cool if everyone could design their own helmets in different colours and stuff. It would just make it a bit more unique and be just another cool little feature really. So yeah, thanks for that question. And also you got another question. Some of your F1 2013 time trial records indicate you used an assist. Which assist was it? At the start of the game, I think you used like the line for like some of them. But also as well, most of them are without any assist at all. It's just when you've used an assist like beforehand in the race, like before you went in time trial before, and you don't turn it off before you go into the time trial, it automatically says that you've actually used an assist, even though you actually haven't. So most of them are without assist, but the only assist I did use when I did it, some of them was just the racing line. But for now completely, I don't use any assists apart from Monaco and Singapore. But I use no assists at all, and I recommend doing that as well if you want to get better at the game and have more fun as well and be faster. I recommend going completely no assists as well. Then from Troy SCBD, who should have won the championship in 2008? Master Hamilton, he says. I think Hamilton should have won it like before Brazil already, because he threw it away at China by bossing it quite a bit. But he got it quite easy from Glock at the end as well. So I'd say over the course of the whole season, I think Hamilton should have really wrapped it up a lot quicker than he did. So I'll say Hamilton on that one. So my next question is from Thomas Estelle1. Why did you change your name from Tiro Limis to Tiro Monster, then to Tiro Limis, and how did you come up with those names? I firstly changed my name to Tiro Limis because I don't know if you know a film called Limitless. I just watched that film and I really liked it, and I plus I really liked the name Limitless as well. And I've never seen anyone else being called Limitless, so I'm quite weird like that. So I just thought, oh yeah, I'll just take that name. So that's why I did that. That's why I changed my name to that. And obviously I was in Tiro as well. Then I changed my name to Tiro Monster because I was having some absolute like crap races like online and stuff, and I'm really, if anyone knows me like quite well, I'm really like superstitious. If I'm doing really bad, like for a period in like a race or like some races and stuff, I have to change my helmet or like change my gamer tag or like something like that. So I changed my name to Tiro Monster because I really like the Monster logo. So I don't drink Monster, I just really like the Monster logo, like how it looks. So that's why I changed it to that. And then I had some other really few crap races, and I just changed my name back to Tiro Limis again. So that's basically not quite short, but that's why I changed my name to that. And do you play any other games apart from F1? Yeah, I play Call of Duty quite a lot. I play with Tiro Mine, Tiro Maisie, and Tiro Macaulay quite a bit as well. We have quite a lot of fun. Well, I wouldn't say fun, it's just us pretty much just screaming at the TV the whole time. Just literally, I think when I get a proper mic, obviously this is off my iPhone at the moment, but when I get a proper mic, I might do some live commentaries of that, because I think you'll find it pretty hilarious how angry I get. I literally I actually explode when I play that game. So yeah, that really stresses me out quite a lot, but I do enjoy it as well. When we're doing well, I enjoy it quite a bit. So yeah, mainly Black Ops 2, some bit of Call of Duty Ghosts, Call of Duty 4, Modern Warfare 3, just the Call of Duty titles really. I don't really play Battlefield, or I like to play FIFA, but it always freezes on my Xbox. So hopefully when I get an Xbox One, yeah, I'll play FIFA quite a bit on there because I quite enjoy that as well. Also, have you ever met any of the AOR boys? No, I've never met anyone on here so far that I play with. I'd love to meet them one day because it'd be quite cool. They seem like a pretty sound group of lads. So, yeah, I think I'm going Silverstone this year. I might be going to Eurogamer as well in September. I haven't applied yet, but I think I might do it soon. So, if I do that, I'll probably, yeah, I'll definitely go and see them if they're there as well. So, yeah, it'd be pretty cool if I did go and see them. And where do I live? Well, right now I'm in Norwich. I'm at uni. I've finished uni now. I'm literally, all I have to do is finish my dissertation, my final year project, and then I've just got exams left. So I'm still currently living in the uni. This is a student house at the moment. But at home, my actual home, I live in Canterbury in Kent, which is in the southeast, like pretty much as far southeast as you could get. So yeah, that's why I live from home. Will you buy an Xbox One on PS4? Yeah, I'll just be buying the Xbox One. I won't be buying the PS4 at all. So, because they're all my mates and everyone I know who I play with has got an Xbox One as well. So, yeah, I'll definitely be buying an Xbox One. And then a question from the BPG13, the Viper. How did you get into F1? I mainly got into F1 because I did kart racing. I started that in like 2003. I did that because no one told me to do it. I just said, oh, I'd really be interested in doing it because I've had some of my friends at the time when I was quite young. They used to go into that karting thing, so I decided to do it as well. I absolutely loved it. I got hooked in it like straight away. So, something's come up. I got hooked in it straight away. So, yeah, I wanted to do it from the word go. And obviously, when I got into karting, I soon discovered like F1 as well. What you could get from karting. Like quite a lot of people who are in F1 now started from kart racing. Like people that I used to actually race with Max Chilton in kart racing. So yeah, that's where quite a lot of people start. So I just grew from it. I just started watching it from there, and I've never looked back ever since. And also, how did you get into making YouTube videos, and what inspires you to keep making them? I mainly got into it because when I first started playing F1 in 2011, I used to watch TRL race videos from Stu BCFC. Don't know if people may or may not know him, but people in TRL will know him. But yeah, I used to like watch his videos, and I thought they were like pretty cool. So I really wanted to like, join the leagues and stuff. Then if we like mainly YouTube videos, I used to watch Noble and like ARL Noble 2909. I used to watch Matty G as well, and I just thought, yeah, that'd be like pretty sound. And I thought I was pretty handy at the game, like on 2012 and stuff. And I thought, oh yeah, it'd be like quite cool if I recorded the videos as well. So I asked a few people what you needed to get. You needed to get a capture card and all that. So I got all that, and that's how I started doing it. And I started off really, really bad at making videos, and hopefully I'm not too bad now because I've got 1,000 subs now, which I'm so grateful for. But yeah, that what motivates me to keep going is the support I get. Like people seem to enjoy my videos, like setups and stuff like that as well. So yeah, like at the time I was looking for setups for other people, so I just wanted to try and do the same thing really, and hopefully in the future I can continue to grow and provide good content for everyone and good gameplay. So that's what motivates me to keep going on. That's why I started. And if you could race in an F1 car, what would it be and why? This includes old cars from when the F1 started. I'll probably do RB7 Red Bull. I think that was like the most dominant one. It just literally looked like it's on scale electric track. It was insane. So if I could choose any car, then it would definitely be that car. Because I love the Red Bull like graphics livery and the team as well, and that what it stands for. Like I would absolutely love to drive that car. So I wouldn't mind driving Senna's McLaren as well. That looks pretty awesome. So probably them two cars is what I would say. So thanks for your question. Now from Limitless F1, who is your best rival in AOR? Person you like to race with most? I like to race with loads of people, to be honest. So, but if I had to choose one person I enjoy racing with the most, it's probably like not really a surprise, but it's probably Noble 2909 or Matty G as well, because I think they're like probably the two best drivers on the game as well. Maybe including me, but no, yeah, just on whenever a race gets them, you just know you're gonna have a very, very challenging race, and you're gonna have to literally, as soon as you make a mistake, then that's it. You can just forget about trying to win the race or try to do well. So Yeah, I'd say my biggest rival personally, since Matty G's on the pad as well, it'd be Matty G in AOR. He's my biggest rival because of his pace and his consistency as well. But there's also a lot of other drivers I consider outside AOR. I'll probably say Tyrrell Martin. Me and him have had some insane races and insane battles as well, if you watched any of my old videos. But yeah, I'd say for AOR it's Matty G, and outside it's Tyrrell Martin. And what is your full name? My full name is James Doherty, without the C, because it's an Irish name, so that's it. How badly do you sweat in your chair when playing F1? Sweat pretty badly. It's not called the sweat chair for nothing, so yeah, pretty bad. And have you thought of doing a vlog for one of your uni days? Well, I finished uni now. Like as I said, I've finished all my lectures and stuff. I've got no lessons left or anything. I've just got my dissertation and exams left. So, but in the future, I may do like vlogs for other things, just like random things. If I can if I continue to grow and that, then if people request for me to do certain things and that, then I'll happily do it. Like, I don't think I'm really great at talking into this, but if people seem to enjoy it, then I will do it again in the future. And next question from Ben Korokan. How did you get so fast on the pad in 2013? I think it's mainly not really because of this game in particular. It's just a case of playing other games and just putting in the time in other games. For me, all it is, it's just time and patience. Like, you just got to put the time in. Simple as that. It doesn't happen overnight. You just got to be very patient as well. You've got to race against people who are better than you, I think, really. That's what helped me the most, is racing at the time. I remember when I first raced against Matty G with no assist, and he was like 3 seconds that quicker than me. Like, literally around every track. I just kept on racing, kept on learning things from watching other people's videos, and you just soon get used to it as well. But especially with no assists, that's the way to go. If you want to be quick, just use no assists and go in sprint modes. I used to go in just sprint modes over and over again, and literally I just kept on getting better and better, and that's pretty much the way how I improved. So that's the answer to your question there. So cheers for that. Right. Moving on to the next question from Liam McEwen. I think that's how you say it. Sorry if I got it wrong. Like I said, I'm really bad at this, but is vlogging something you've ever considered? Well, not until now, until I said I'll do it for Q&A, but before that I've just never been good in front of cameras and stuff like that, really. Like, it's just something I've never ever done. I just find it really weird. Like, me looking at myself in the camera right now, it's just weird as hell, so never considered it. But if people like this and people want me to do more vlogs of random stuff, like just as a normal day or something in the future, then I'd happily do it as well. So, also, Liam says, how did you find out about AOR? Mainly just like watching Noble's videos, like when he was racing in ARL, it was called at the time, like watching his videos, and I just thought, oh yeah, it looks really fun, like quite cool and stuff. So yeah, I just went onto the website, just signed up, and just took it from there then. So basically just watching YouTube, that's how I mainly found out. So, and do you like football? If so, what team? I have to be honest, I used to be really into football. I used to go and watch Arsenal with my dad when I was younger, so that's the team I did support, and I still do support as well, but I'm not really into it as much now. I'm mainly into like just F1 and stuff like that. Like, I'm more into like tennis and that rather than football, but yeah, that's the team I would support. And how many hours did you say you practice for AOR? I don't know, quite a few hours. Depends on the track really, but most of the time in the week I do about 2 socials. So just 2 socials. I like to know the strategy before I get into the race. I find I do qualifying practice, but I don't really focus on that much. I just try and do mainly race pace, because that's where you win at the end of the day, and that's where you get the points. So yeah, I'd say in the week I don't do too much, but on the weekend I'll probably practice on the Sunday. The race is at 9, so I'll probably practice from about 3 till 9, and sometimes even earlier. So I mean, just when everyone else is on, I just do it from there, just qualifying sessions and race pace really. But it may depend on the track, but I will admit that I do practice a bit more than other people's. I like to practice a fair bit, but I enjoy it though, so I want to do well, so that's why I really do it. Another question from Ben Korokin. What got you interested in F1? As I said before, just from karting, getting into that, and obviously like the routes you could go from karting into other aspects of motorsport. I got into F1 from there. So as soon as I started doing karting, I started watching F1. So that's how I got into it. Mr. Cool Minigame Expert. This is probably the craziest question I've ever seen. I've seen him do it on other people's Q&As as well, but he says, let's say you walk into a bar, you see Sebastian Vettel and Fernando Alonso waiting at the counter for you. As you walk up to him, you get 360 no-scoped into a lava pit that was 12.53 yards to your left. You then respawn in your bed, and then you message your killer saying that that was some bullshit, I was lagging. You then find out the killer was Matty and he was getting his revenge because he was so done. How would you get your payback on Matty, and which gun would you use to snipe him in the same lava pool that is now 152.094 inches east of the river? Please answer. That's really... literally don't know what to literally say that. If I was to snipe him with a gun, it'd probably be the Barrett sniper, because that's like my favourite sniper and just like the sound of it, so it'd probably be that, and yeah, probably a headshot as well. So oops. Yeah, that's the answer I would say to that question. And then Arava says, what does one need to do to master the pack hads / life? Just pretty much what I said before. It's just time, patience, just racing with people who are better than you, and you just got, yeah, it's just those things really. Just, yeah, you just got, for me, it's just that, like I said before, just sprint modes and using the assist now over and over again. At first I wasn't very good. No, I was just an average person, but over time you don't really think about it. Once it becomes second nature to you, you'll never forget it as well. As soon as you get into league racing and that makes you become better. But with a pad, you have to be particularly really sensitive. You can't really make really quick movements. You have to be like really. People say I'm like quite smooth on it. It's because I just do it really slowly when I'm doing it. It's quite weird, but I never notice it myself because I'm not even thinking about that, what my thumbs are doing or anything. But yeah, like it takes time. Like same with people on the wheel and stuff. You can't expect to be good at it. It will take to be really good. It will take like more than 6 months or something, like more in the game to get good. Because at 2011 I was okay at it, but it wasn't until 2012, like halfway through that, is when I started getting like pretty good at it. Because I just stuck with it and just kept on doing it. So it's the same with anything really. Like if you do it for long enough, it becomes second nature. And what are you studying at uni? I'm studying business information systems. So basically it's just business, accounting, finance, psychology, and also a bit of computing as well. So it's not the most interesting thing, but it can open a lot of doors. So I'm looking to, if I could do something more, it'd probably be into like marketing, something like that. I'd love to work for an F1 team, like on the marketing side and business side of that. That'd be actually awesome. I'd love to do that. I'd rather working for Red Bull or something like that. That'd be actually insane. But yeah, so that's what I do. And why do you get 8-second pit stops in AOR? I think it's mainly because I don't know, just not meant. It wasn't meant to be that season. I don't think it just. Or my pit crew hates me, or whatever, AOR gods or whatever. But it just, I don't know. Is Marusha secretly working for you? Yeah, I think they are. I don't think any pit crew is working for me. I think it's just you just. Like a janitor or something who's just doing it for me. It's just, I've had so many bad pit stops, it's actually a joke. So, and if you met Manny straight after the Brazil race, what would you have done? Considering his smug tweets after and the cute questions he posted, probably choke slam him, then pick him up, and then choke slam him again. So yeah, that's pretty much what I would have done. And then Damon says, favourite F1 driver? Probably overall it's one Pablo Montoya, but it'll probably be Vettel now, existing. Favourite F1 team? Red Bull. How old are you? 21. And do you have a girlfriend? Unfortunately I don't at the moment. Mr. Cool Minigame Expert is asking some more serious questions this time. What car do you plan to drive in Season 8 of AOR? I'm not going to say yet because I don't want other people choosing it before me. So once they've chosen, then I'll let everyone else know. Who would you want for a teammate? I'd want anyone in TRL, because I've raced with them before and we all have TRL names, so we'd love to get that TRL constructors in AOR. So TRL Marlin, TRL Rosberg, TRL Minty, and TRL Maisie. What was your favourite food? Italian. If you could kick the arse of any AOR driver, who would it be? But I really need to answer that. Yeah, it'd be Maggie, wouldn't it? So, what kind of music do you like? Well, obviously, if you could tell from my intros, I love changing music like every time because I just can't decide a song. But I love like trance, progressive house, dance, electro. That's that kind of music I'm mainly into. But there isn't really music I'm not really into either, really. So yeah, I'm just, if anything's got a good vibe, a beat, then I'll listen to it. But it's mainly trance and I'll say progressive house and medallic dubstep, or something I think it's called, like something like that. But those are the main things I'm into. And what got you into F1? Kart racing. What was your favourite F1 track of all time? It'd probably be Spa, because it's just the racing and there's always drama when that happens. And I just love driving it myself on games and watching it in F1. So yeah, it'd definitely be Spa. Moving on to the next question. Formula Moss says, what is the fastest car in equal cars? To be honest, I think they're all pretty much the same. They just all drive quite differently. So yeah, it just depends what you feel. Some cars are oversteery, some cars are understeery, and some cars have good traction, some cars don't. So I think at the end of the day, I've tested most of the cars and I can do pretty much the same time in every car. So it's just whatever you're used to, really. Samsung says, what pad hacks do you use? Probably a SWAT hack, something like that. That's pretty much the only hack I use. How sweaty is Matt? Pretty sweaty. Probably the sweatiest driver I've ever known on that racing game. So, what was your first racing game? PGR4. Actually, well, no, that's for Xbox. PGR4 was my first on Xbox that I started playing properly. But my first racing game I ever played was Need for Speed. Like the first one, literally the first one. That was like the first one I ever played. So that's the answer to that. And what was the reaction when Codemasters failed to recognise the issues with their game in the Codemaster Champs, thus preventing live stream? Well, they were going to prevent it, but they ended up enabling it again. So I was pretty angry at the time if I couldn't live stream, but they ended up bringing it back again. So it was all good. Tyler says, when did you start watching Formula 1? And do you watch any other motorsport besides F1? I started watching F1 when I did karting, so I said 2003. And I watched British touring cars. I like quite watching that as well. And I like, obviously GP2s, or you could kind of say it is F1 because it's the same weekend. But yeah, I watch GP2 as well because they're pretty much like car racing whenever they race against each other. And MotoGP now and again, but I'm not really. I wouldn't really be honest if I said if I'm really into it. I'm not really that into it. So. And Agib213 says, what got you into Formula 1, car racing, and who've been your favourite drivers over the years and why? My first favourite driver really was Juan Pablo Montoya because of how he raced against Schumacher and everyone else who just didn't care. I just loved that, his attitude towards racing. And then it was Raikkonen when he was in McLaren. I think he's extremely unlucky that he should have won that season while he was in McLaren. I think he should definitely have won more than one world title for sure. So, and now it's Vettel because it sounds like I'm a glory hunter or something, but I just like their attitude. And even though you may have a good car, but you still got to drive it to the line at the end of the day. So, yeah, Vettel's my favourite driver now. Actually, no, Hulkenberg as well. Hulkenberg, yeah, because he's Vettel and Hulkenberg because they're just. Hulkenberg's extremely underrated, and I think he should be in a top team. If he was in a top team, I think he'd be winning definitely world championships. He's one of the best drivers on the grid, in my opinion. I don't know. And Apple Swede says, if you could choose any road car, what would it be? If I could choose any road car, it'd be. Well, my favourite car is the F430, Ferrari F430. I don't know why, but ever since I've seen it on Top Gear, and I just had like a bit of an obsession with it. So if I could choose any car, it would definitely be that car. Even though it's not the fastest and may not look necessarily the best, it would be that car. And F1 fan Faison says, would you prefer shitting out of a bowling ball or would you rather piss out of a marble? I've had that one before. I would say piss out of a marble. If you had to fight one of these, what would it be? One horse-sized duck or lots of duck-sized horses? Probably lots of duck-sized horses because they're smaller, because fighting a horse-sized duck would be pretty insane, wouldn't it? So, yeah, lots of duck-sized horses. And what's your favourite F1 track in real life, not the game? It'd be Spa. And that's simple as that. I just love the corners, and I think it definitely is. It would be the best one. So, from TSR Miles, which car will you pick for next AOR season? I'm going to wait till... Oops. Press back up again. I'm going to wait till other people choose their cars first before I reveal mine, because I don't want them choosing the same car as me, but I've already definitely decided what car I'm going to choose, and I'll let you know as soon as I choose it. And do you think you can win more races than last season? Yeah, I think I can. If I just get a bit more luck, I don't get held up in the pit stops. I think I should have won more than one race last season. Won Spa last season, but I think I could have won Suzuka if I didn't mess it up quite badly, because I was in a good position with fresher tyres. But oh well, like, if you make mistakes, then you don't really deserve to win, do you? So hopefully if I cut on mistakes and get a bit more luck in some cases, then I think, yeah, I can definitely win more than one race. And who's your favourite driver in AOR? A favourite driver I personally like to watch is Noble. Just the consistency, just the smartness, intellect, really. That when he drives, I think he's I don't know who you compare him to in real life, but I think, yeah, even when he doesn't have the pace, it's just his strategy, and he knows when to push, when to overtake, and he's a very clean driver as well. So that would be the answer to that. And who will win Formula 1 in real life? I think, no doubt, it'll be Hamilton. I think, because Mercedes, well, it's going to be one of Mercedes, because their car is just insane compared to like the rest. So yeah, I think Hamilton's got the edge on Rosberg at the moment. So I'll definitely have to say Hamilton on that one. Right, next question from Tiro Man, my good mate. Great to see your channel has grown so much. Deserve it. Cheers, mate. And well done for grabbing second place in season. Yeah, that's really funny. Oh, wait. Question 1. Favourite race in real life? F1 and on the games. In real life and on the game, it'd be Spa. I just love the track, love driving it, just like the nature of it. So that'd be the answer to that. And how will you improve next season in AOR to second place? Obviously behind me. Well, I think I learned a lot from last season. I'm someone who likes to save their fuel and go a lap extra on tyres, so I have fresher tyres for the end. Which, if you're racing like with no collisions and stuff, it'd probably be the fastest way. But when you're battling with people and you can get held up and stuff like that, especially pit stops like you've seen me, sometimes it's not good to do that. So I think next season I'm going to be a bit smarter. That I may go for undercuts at times. So I may be vulnerable at the end, but I'll be able to undercut people and get that track position rather than just worrying about having the better tyres, having the actual quicker car at the end. So as well, so yeah, just to be a bit smarter really, and use the fuel at the start. I like to save quite a lot of fuel, so just make sure I use a lot at the start if I need to get away from people rather than just saving it. So that's lessons I've learned from this season. And have you sweated so much after a race that you were forced to jump in the shower with 3 bars of soap? Cough Monday League Spa. Pretty much after every race, after every tier on Monday League or AOR race, I literally go in the shower straight away because I'm just drenched. So yeah, pretty much every race. Will you come out of the show and do race commentaries? Yeah, like I've watched people like Ownage. I'm sure people know him, like ex-Ownage 133. They get quite a lot of he gets quite a good response when he does it, and so does Alex Gillen and stuff as well. So yeah, I think in the future, if people want me to do it, like people comment below if you want me to do it, and then I think maybe next season I might start doing it for the actual races as well. So I know I'm not probably the best at commentary, like Matty G and stuff like that, but yeah, I think if people want me to do it, then I'll have no problem doing it at all. And then Pid Ixterus says, "Are you getting paid for leagues that you do?" I'd love to, but nope. And how many years someone needs to be in a competitive level like you? I don't know. It just depends, like how much time and stuff you get. You can get good like quite quickly and stuff. Like I said before about Ara's question, it's just that patience and time, really, and consistency. If you race with better people more consistently and quite often, you'll get better. So, obviously you need a good setup and stuff. But if you keep doing those, if you stick with those things, then you can't get any worse. You'll just get better and better. So it's just a case of time. Some people it takes quite quickly. It took me quite quickly. It probably took me. I think it took me like two proper games to actually like get decent. But so yeah, that's what I'd say to that. It just depends on the person, really, how much time you're willing to put in. So yeah, cheers for that question. Alright, moving on to the last question I've got now. It's from Barry X. Does Ara's Masterclass lines help you in the Cody's League? And yeah, they help me in every league. Every sprint race, every race I do. Like, so that's the right line to do, isn't it? So yeah, cool. Also, I wanted to say to about Ara as well that I'm pretty sure you are subbed to his channel, but if you're not, I'll leave a link in the description. Make sure you sub to his channel because his content on F1 analysis and that is pretty insane. And also, it's not just his analysis; it's also his graphic design, because he made my YouTube banner, and he's made quite a few other people's as well. So if you want a design or a banner made for you, then I strongly urge you to contact him, because when it comes to creativity, he's a master pretty much when he does that as well. So also want to shout out to F1 backmarker Kevin as well, because he does exactly the same thing and he's insane as well. So I'll leave both the links in the description below for that. But moving back to the question, yeah, his lines do help me. So obviously, like, who wouldn't use those lines? And is for you F1 2013 a good game? If yes, why? Yeah, I think it's quite a strong game. I don't think it's as good as the last one, but there seems to be quite a few faults of it. That has been, particularly at the start. After the patches now, they seem to have redeemed themselves a little bit. But yeah, the side pod glitch needs to be sorted out still, because that's like ridiculous, and just other stuff, especially the pit lane stuff, needs to be sorted out as well. But overall, I'll say it's just a strong game, really. That's a bits can be improved, but I'll just say it's not really that exciting compared to the last game. As I said before, I feel like last game, the races I had on there and that were a lot more exciting. So yeah, I'd say it's a pretty good game. But if they can add those features in for that next game, like replay, helmets, and practice mode and stuff like that, then that'd be pretty awesome. How old are you? I'm 21. What kind of music do you listen to? As I said before, I like listening to trance, progressive house, trap, like dance music, electro, and stuff like that. Those are that main pieces of music I really like listening to. I've got a playlist on my YouTube. It's actually public, so if you're wondering what music I get used for my intros and stuff like that for each one, then you can just click on it on my playlist, and you can actually see it there. I've got like 80 tracks or something now that I listen to like all the time. So, do you have cats and dogs? Yeah, I've got one dog. I've got a Jack Russell who's 10, called Zach at home. And what's your favourite movie? I like loads of things. Like I like. There's not really a favourite movie. I just like absolutely loads of things. So, Lord of the Rings, Batman films. Just like there's just so many things. So my main thing, I'm more into that TV series. So, but if you ask me what my favourite series would be, it'd be Breaking Bad. Like Breaking Bad, like as simple as that. I've actually got a poster there. If I show you, yeah, I've got my own poster of Heisenberg there. So that's what I'm pretty much into. That and Dexter, and what else? Prison Break. Yeah, Prison Break as well is a good one. So that's the final question. I'm pretty sure I've answered every question. If I've missed out a question, I'm sure I haven't, then just comment below and then I'll answer it by hand. But pretty sure I haven't missed out any question, because I think this video is pretty long now. If I add up all the timings together, I think it'd be pretty long. But I just want to say absolutely massive thank you to everyone who's supported me so far and helping me to get to 1,000 subs. I never thought I'd ever be doing like a Q&A video or something like that when I've watched other people do it. But yeah, I just want to say I'm really, really grateful for it, and I'll try and keep up the good content and good gameplay for this rest of the season, AOR, TRL, all that for the rest of this game, and also particularly for the next game as well. So thank you for all your support, thanks for watching, and catch you next video. Peace.